how you doing? I'm Roosevelt here with the Urban Hangout Lounge. Thank you so much for having me. They reach out to me, want to talk to me about what I've been doing, Conscious Battle, movie that I premiered about 2 weeks ago, going on 3 to a great, it was sold out, great reviews, and also talk about my upcoming casting call soon about my next project. So they videotaped Mr. Darrell as the cameraman. Thank you so much. So I'm ready for the questions, and how you want? Let's do it. Thank you.
Speak on a conscious mind opening night.
A conscious mind opening night. Wow, that was it was a great. I mean, what more can I say? It was sold out, standing room only. It was just. It was the first time I did a screening of one of my films in a long time. The last couple have been in Baltimore, and when I put it out there that we go show it here in D.C. or the DMV, we sold out like almost 2 months ahead of time. I want to thank everybody who came, all the actors who believed my project, my vision, the Model Theater, Mr. Gary Young, who runs the Model Theater. Thank you so much for having me. And it was great. We had a VIP lounge upstairs, red carpet. It could have went. It could have. You know how you picture something and it actually come out to the way you want it. That's exactly, how it was. I mean, people had a good time and it was great. The response was outstanding. I don't know how a film is until after it's, received. I'll be in the back thinking, okay, are they going to clap? Are they going to just be quiet? Are they going to boo? But anyway, at the end of the night, I'm at the back shaking hands and people telling me that they really love the movie and they can relate to it. And that was a relief. Thank you. I was able to get it done. It came across like I wanted to, so I was very happy with it.
The whole time on my mind is how much I'm gonna get you. You felt so good, like you know I could. So tell me, do you feel the same way?
My next project will be dealing with bullying. Bullying. I'll probably do a casting call right after the holiday. I'm looking for young talent to be a part of it. My son, who's 11, helped me write it. It's going to be just about why the young kids are being bullied, why the bullies are going on, how we can stop it, or not stop it, but try to find answers to why is this just continue to go on and on. As you know, with all my projects, I try to touch issues of today. Like Conscious Battle was dealing with mental illness. Residue was dealing with police brutality. Residue 2 was dealing with missing and exploiting children. Life According to Rashida was dealing with breast cancer. So my next project is going to be dealing with bullying. And probably right after the holiday is where I'm going to get ready to start casting and get ready to start shooting the film. So if you have young adults, young talent, teenagers, kids, please come on out to the casting call because we need to try to find answers to this.
Really, really wanna be, baby. Ooh, yeah. Really, really wanna be, baby. Ooh, alright. Really, really wanna be, baby. Ooh, yeah. Really, really wanna be.
What about your past projects?
Past projects. I did a lot of stage plays. That's what people know me for. Started my first, about maybe over 20 years ago, I did a movie called In It to Win It. At that time, people would say, oh, Roosevelt, you can be the next Spike Lee. It didn't pan out. I got, what can I say? A lot of stuff happened back then that, when people keep telling you that you're going to be something and it don't happen, you get real down and depressed. I ended up being homeless for many years, living in my Bonneville. When I say homeless, not having a place to call home. I would sleep over people's houses, on their couch. Then I would go out and sell tapes to make money down at the Zulu Cave. Go out with 10 tapes, hope I can make enough to eat. And, just keep me moving. That's all. I didn't want to live. I tried to kill myself 3 times. People know my story. I was able to finally get my life together. Met my wife. We, moved into a house, and she saw some of my old writings and scripts and said, "What is this?" I said, "That's some stuff that I used to do back in the day." She said, "Well, let's do it. Let's do this." I said, "Baby, I can't do that." And she kept saying, "Come on, let's do it." I said, "I could do it only if you support me." And from day one, that's my baby. She's been supporting me. She was my stage manager for when we did Can You Turn Your Back on God's Glory, which came from In It to Win It. And we wrote Through Darkness Came Light about domestic violence. If loving God is wrong, I don't want to do right. Oh, man, so many plays. Then when the new Howard Theater opened up, went there and they booked us to be there. We sold out the new Howard Theater. I took my play on, we were the first playwright to be at the new Howard Theater. Sold it out. They took my plays on, out of town. We went to Richmond, South Carolina. Did pretty good, but it's hard when you're independent, you produce everything. Came back, I said to myself, plays take a lot out of you. My last play was with Stacey Lattisaw at the Howard Theater, and then somebody said, "Roosevelt, something happened with a police shooting," and Risha Scott, an old friend of mine, said, you need to do a PSA. So I did a PSA, wrote a little story about police brutality, and it came from a 5-minute PSA, public service announcement, to a full-length movie called Residue. Had a lot of issue with Residue, so I had to reshoot it again. From that point, the way I did it, they said, "Roland, you got to do a part 2." So I did part 2, and part 2 was dealing with the same characters, but this time I expanded about missing children. And Residue 2 was great. Then, with a lot of the shooting and killing going on and the question of mental illness, I wanted people to understand it, because us in the black community, we don't understand about it. And like I said, mental illness is a disease, not a crime. So I wrote Conscious Battle. And it was, when I wrote it, I was like, is people going to understand it, and they're going to be able to relate to it? And it was outstanding. The reviews is out. People just say, "Oh, I love it. It was so believable. It made me think. It made me want to go." They can understand where I was. Seeing it on the screen make people think, okay, yeah, I know somebody like this. Maybe I can help them and stuff, because sometimes people just need somebody to talk to. And I was so blessed that people came out and loved the movie. And like I said, they know me, all my past projects were dealing with issues of the day. And that's where I'm at right now. I just love it.
I'll never go where the sea can be long. Don't you know this is where you belong? Oh, sweet dreams are lovely, baby. Stay right here and have no fear. I will be.
Now, how would you feel when you win the Director of the Year at the Titan Award?
Wow, just to be nominated is an honor. This is 3 years in a row now I've been nominated. First year, it was like, oh, okay, I heard the Titan Award, and then the second year, but this year right here, I did not see it coming, because Conscious Battle came out just 2 weeks ago, and I didn't know I was nominated till somebody said, "Roosevelt, I voted for you." I said, "Voted for me for what?" For the Titan Award. First, that means somebody had to nominate me. Thank you. And then the votes had to be in to make the cut, and to be among the. I'm up against some great directors, and like I said, if I win, wow, that means the type of projects I put out, people really appreciate it, and that right there would just make me say, whoa, okay, I'm doing something right. But to be nominated is an honor. 3 years in a row. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who like my work, who appreciate what I'm trying to do, and what I'm trying to, educate. God gave me a gift, and the gift is to write. I love to write, and for people to say, Roosevelt, we like what you're doing, and here is a nomination, and we're gonna vote for you for this. Just make me say thank you so much. Really, I want to thank everybody in the DMV who voted for me, who continue to vote for me, and who come out and support everything I'm doing. And if I win, we win together. So yes, I would be so. I have a smile on my face like I got right now. But just to be nominated is a blessing. So thank you so much.
You want my love any good tonight.
Young actors coming up and directors coming up these days.
You know what? I want them to be very careful. Like actors, be very careful. When I say this, be careful what projects you pick. Do not, drink the Kool-Aid. Meaning, these directors and stuff will say, "Oh, I can do this, I can do that." Just make sure that you, when you go to casting calls and stuff, do your homework. Make sure it's legit. Because I had some actors tell me that, it wasn't on the up and up. Please be careful. Just do your homework. Go professionally. When I tell actors and when they go to casting calls and stuff, make sure don't go for an interview, right? You want to sell yourself. Don't come in there looking all right. You don't have to spend a lot of money on headshots. You don't have to spend a lot of money. But put your work in. Come in professionally, because that showed me that, okay, and know what project. If you're going for a casting call, know about the project. Know about the director. It's good to ask about, is this a paid project? You can find out ahead of time. Sometimes I turn directors off, because if you're new, you want to build your resume. Build your resume, because in local it's hard, because it's hard to produce your own stuff. And you want to know, don't let that be your first thing. Say, oh, do this pay? Because you have never done nothing. So you have to walk before you run. And that turned off a lot of directors, casting, producers and stuff. Directors, do not try to be, just because it's hot, don't try to follow what's hot. Be creative. Don't sit back and say to yourself, oh man, I'm going to make a movie and I got to work. Because it's very hard to raise money, especially in this economy. There's, GoFundMe, it's great and stuff, but you can make a movie on your phone. If you have the talent. All you got to do is get people who believe in what you're doing, and you could do it. You don't have to spend a lot of money, because people will come and see your stuff if it's good. One thing I tell directors, be creative. Don't try to do what the next person's doing. And you got to promote yourself. You got to get out there and promote yourself. I've been doing this for a long time, and each show I have to promote. I don't sit back and say, oh, just because Roosevelt put a movie out there, people will come see it. Put people in your movie that believe in what you're doing. Just protect yourself, too. If you're a writer, make sure your stuff is copyrighted. Be very careful of how you let people see your stuff, because an idea cannot be copyrighted. I won't be doing workshops about the do's and don'ts. People keep asking, oh, how you? I'm getting ready to put it out there to help people what to do, what not to do when it comes to casting calls, auditions, directors, how you can't, what money you have you can use to make movies. Because I made 5 or 6 of them, and each one has got better and better. movie, make sure your sound is good. Invest in good mics because they can't hear it. People are like, And I must say, Constant Battle was the best sounding movie so far. But I was able to upgrade my mics and sound and get better and better. Because anything under $10 million is a low budget, real talk. So, you got to put it in. So that's what I tell people. Go for your dream. Don't never let nobody tell you you can't do it. Because I've been doing it for years. And if I had stopped that, 30 years, 25 years ago, I wouldn't be doing what I do now. That's what I
Mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, far too many of you dying.
Or does contact you?
To contact me is real easy. I'm on Facebook, Roosevelt Entertainment. Send me, DM, send me a message. On Instagram is Roosevelt Entertainment. So those are the best ways to contact me. I got my email on there, rooseveltentertainment@gmail.com. So basically Facebook. You see Roosevelt Jackson, picture, or, Google Roosevelt Entertainment. Just send me a message and on Instagram, Roosevelt Entertainment. Easy, just send me a message and I'll definitely get back with you.
Pick and shine, yeah.